happy to connect with him. He wanted to do something with Damon, so I'm working that out. Everybody knows with Fubu. And I was just so attracted to his passion for black women, right? Because I was raised by a black woman. Every time when I fell on my face, guess who picked me up? A black woman, right? Every time I needed something and I needed a push in my career, guess who helped me out? A black woman, right?
So when mama's not feeling well, the whole family's well.
Man, you know what I'm saying? So I was really happy about that, and I was happy to be able to bring him on. So you can tell them about what you're going to talk about tonight. And
I mentioned it in the green room to some people who've already seen it, but I helped develop a procedure that replaces hysterectomy for women. Instead of getting surgery and losing an organ they were born with, they go home after a 30-minute procedure and a few hours of recovery with a Band-Aid, all done from the inside. Even have children after. And so just some sobering statistics. Hysterectomy is the second most common surgery done in the United States. And yet half the population doesn't even have a uterus. And the most common reason why we do hysterectomy is not for uterine cancer, which would be totally appropriate. It's for benign fibroids. And so the average age of hysterectomy is under 40. And I spoke, and I'll be mentioning this, I spoke in Tuskegee. Imagine imagine talking to 200 or 300 young black women as a white male physician telling my audience that you don't realize it, but you're undergoing the Tuskegee experiment of your lifetime. Yeah, it got real quick. In fact, I was a little nervous. I've spoken for many years, hundreds of lectures all over, and I was a little skittish about that lecture. So I talked to the person who invited me, and I said, "Are you sure this is okay? Because this is where I'm going with this." And she's like, "Doc, it's not the messenger, it's the message." And it was awesome. It was really awesome. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. This little known procedure called UFE. It's totally transformed women's lives from these horrific, I see every day in my office, horrific crime scene, murder scene periods. The dread of every month going through this horrific period with pain and bleeding, and so they suffer with it because they don't want surgery. I don't blame them. I wouldn't want surgery, but unfortunately, eventually a lot of these women give up. In fact, a number of women after my talk at Tuskegee who were under 30 came up to me and said, "Too late. I already had a hysterectomy." Wow. They were crying because none of them wanted it. Wow. But when you're only presented one option and you're suffering, eventually a lot of these women give in. So my hope is that someone here tonight will take this on and write a story about this, because this story needs to be told. It's way overdue. I put this procedure, this UFE procedure, in terms of significance, up with the mammogram and the pap smear, and all the gynecologists, by the way, know about this procedure, but they're surgeons. And I've never met a surgeon that didn't like to operate. Sometimes when you carry a hammer, you see the world as a nail. And so we just don't need to be doing all these hysterectomies. It's unnecessary. So UFE is a life-changing transformational procedure that every woman needs to know about. I mean, women are entitled to know all the options, but they're only getting the surgical ones, and that's just not right. So thank you, Sean. I appreciate the invitation.
Thank you for taking care of my baby.